Hi, beautiful people. I am Josie, and I am 2 weeks out. Sorry, I got an air bubble. I'm 2 weeks out from my next show, The Klash. I am a mom to 3 children, and also, I had a prolapse surgery January this year. So, it is 2025. Got my electrolytes here, some hydration, extra hydration. Did my cardio today. It was 90 minutes total. I just did 2 hours because, quite frankly, that's my me time. And it was just an incline treadmill. So it was, not crazy. But max incline 15 the whole time on that machine. I've seen machines go up to 20. I've commented on them when I go do my posing stuff in person. That gym has the 20 incline, so I try and do that as much as I can when I am there. Well, as much as I can. I do it for 20 to 60 minutes. Anyway, as much as I can at 20 incline. Well, I mean, I could always push myself harder. So, I am excited. I am very frustrated, but I am excited. I'm very hungry. And it's not always... it is actually starting to get to the point where, unlike last time, this time I actually go to bed feeling hungry. So, leading up to Tournament of the Champs, I wouldn't feel hungry. I just had nonstop food noise. And now I actually, not only do I have food noise, I actually feel hungry. So, and I'm having issues where I'm getting calf swelling, facial swelling, and I am much more fatigued. I think trying to hold this leanness, because the one thing going into it, I've been in the 117s, and then after leg days I'll be 118, and then after a rest day I'll be 116. So this 116 to 118, the slight variations of water retention and stuff, or feeling sick and things, I think is my good, where I am wet, if that makes sense. When you're looking at wet weights for motorcycles and stuff, it's with all the oil and gas, and then when you look up the dry poundage for buying motorcycles and stuff and looking at their specs, those are things you like to look at. And so once we start depleting, I have 4 or 5. I think I have 5 days where it's 2 or 3 days where it's in the 1100 calories. One day, I don't think it's 2, I think it's only 1 where it's under 1100 calories. And then, now, however, if I'm reading it correctly, last time we had how many stalks of asparagus included, and this time I think it's 1 cup of untracked vegetables. So technically, which I'm just going to still do the 8 stalks of asparagus, because my digestion leading up to show day, I got a large waist. My ribs almost hit my hips, and do in fact, I'll feel them nick each other when I'm in certain positions and moving, or sitting, with my legs crossed over or whatever, and I go to get up, and it is very uncomfortable. Short torso girly, there's not a whole lot of space, so it goes from rib to hip, there's not room for an indent. So that's if you've ever seen the rib removal for smaller waists. Well, yeah, because your skin is just going from your ribs to your hips, versus having that empty-handed space. Your skin can sink in. Nope, it's all right there. So it's all about the posing, which fortunately it's all about posing. And I've seen pros and everything, and people who have had children, seeing their videos, they're talking about, not being sure about their waists, and they're 26 plus inch waist girlies, but it's about the posing. I'm kind of like a flounder, from the side I can look very narrow, and then it's front to back. That's where the width is, front to back. And so want to make those shoulders wider, want to make those hips look wider to compensate for the fact that I got it straight up and down from my ribs to my tops of my hips, very flat there, as well as my facial expressions probably are very flat because I'm hungry. And right now I don't necessarily feel hungry because I'm drinking this, which I guess being hungry encourages me to drink water because I get relief for 5 or 10 minutes. So I try to drink 16 ounces at a time. Put it down really fast within 10 minutes. And I have to do that if I hit 2 gallons of water, I start to get like the water poisoning symptoms. But as long as it's 220 fluid ounces and then sip as much as I can, 220 fluid ounces, that's like my cutoff, or that's my goal. But it is encouraging to drink water. The only problem is, and once I go use the bathroom within 15 minutes, then I feel hungry again, and then I want to drink water again, and then I get dizzy and everything, by the time I've actually reached that amount of water. So fun, all this fun stuff. And I get an untracked dinner after the show, and obviously it says moderation, but I really want to have a beer, and I want to have ice cream, and untracked breakfast, but I'm pretty sure. So for the breakfast after show day, because I'm already thinking I'm gonna go to Mellow Mushroom, and then there's a bakery that I found that I want to have breakfast, being not like a breakfast, especially after eating at Mellow Mushroom, which is pizza. If I'm having a beer, some pizza and garlic knots, and like mozzarella sticks is kind of what I'd like to have. I'm probably not gonna be that hungry, but I really just want like a cookie, and then like a croissant or English muffin sandwich with coffee, black coffee. I do not need sweet coffee. If I'm gonna have something sweet, I want my coffee black, so that's not really a big deal. And then my guess is I'll be pretty full, and then by the time I'm home, I'm happy. But the one thing I really want is I want ice cream, like the kind of ice cream where they make it for you. I really want like a chocolate chip cookie, not the crumble kind, not the soft cookies. Everywhere I go, and I asked for this for my sister, and she ended up getting the soft ones, which they still had the thick chocolate chunks as opposed to like the really melty ones. But I want one of those like big flat cookies where the chunks stick out like mountains, like the big chunks of chocolate, the big square chunks of chocolate. That's what I want. And then I want that with like a cup of hot coffee, and then like a croissant egg sandwich, and not a big one, like one like that size. And then I would like to get just a bowl of ice cream, like cookie dough ice cream or chocolate, and that's gonna give me diarrhea for sure. But I mean, that can't be bad after blasting my gut with all kinds of other cheese and stuff. I mean, I'll probably be a mess driving home after the Klash. Me just talking about it, I'm thirsty again. But I have to practice my posing. So one of the reasons I lost is, I mean, for one, the lady was way more developed than me who won. She did have a lot more development, and we were both like on the same level of conditioning, I think. I think I came in a little leaner than her in the back. But I came in and I was facing front ways, and then I'll put pictures here too. And then, so notice the difference. I don't know the etiquette of sharing their faces, so I think I will go ahead and cover their faces for this, just while I'm doing this. I don't know if they want to hear my recap of comparisons. I'm not like their coach or anything. I don't have like a waiver. And then I came in sideways, and that's what the judges told me. Basically, everything was pretty good, except I came in sideways. And just in general, so I was able to in person correct for them. I went into my front pose and said, yeah, more twist, more front facing with my shoulders. And then he just, I don't remember which judge it was, more shoulder. He just goes, more shoulders. Like he put his hands like around, not on, but like around more. So I've been doing shoulders, and something I did find out, thankfully, is that dumbbells, doing push-ups, but then also doing laterals with dumbbells is far more effective. Whatever it is with my form, when I'm using the resistance band, it's not the same. And maybe it's the way that, the intensity of the resistance bands, like the resistance increases the further you stretch it. And the consistentness, I mean, obviously there's a slight difference between gravity, but the consistent resistance with dumbbells, I'm going to bring dumbbells. Now, one thing that my coach told me is if the plan is to bring dumbbells, they can get stolen, which is why a lot of backstages stopped offering dumbbells. I guess it was a more common practice in the past to offer dumbbells 4 competitors to get pumped. And I said, okay, well, for me, if I lose them, it's not the end of the world. I did leave a resistance band behind. That was 100% me. I was doing it, put it on the floor, went on stage, came back, and it wasn't that it wasn't there. It's that when I came back, I got my medals and I left. I didn't look for it and I left it. And it wasn't until I packed that I was like, oh, I totally left it there. And so if I'm doing dumbbells, I told her, oh, well, I'll just Sharpie my last name. I'll like wrap it up with a bunch of tape. I'll put my last name on it, and then I will also put my competitor number on it. So whoever takes it is very, very clearly stealing, you know, just kind of something like that. And maybe I can do something petty, like put a lock around them or something. I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. And I don't know why, like, I don't mind people borrowing stuff, you know, like, get your pump. I want it to be a fair, like, I'm not going to do a pump and then be like, no, you can't use it. That's just petty, because I would want the same kind of treatment back. Like, if I was like, do you mind if I use it? Like, I was using people's mirrors. People were sharing their mirrors, with road tripping so far and everything. Like, I just didn't feel like spending $14 lugging a mirror around, because I was also traveling and will again be traveling with kids, and so lugging a mirror around when it could be damaged is, you know, no bueno. And so I was using other people's mirrors. But yeah, I'm excited, and today I have to meal prep, and my last brain cells are fighting because I also have, oh, that's underwear. I have laundry to do and catch up with in my shower, and can I stop flailing this underwear around? Is that considered indecent? I guess we'll find out. It's not like this channel's monetized or anything, so I can actually share quite a bit, not care. There we go, here's a rash guard. I'm doing laundry because now that we're within 2 weeks, it is the kind of thing where I should consider packing. So I'm going to be making protein waffles, protein muffins, and breakfast sandwiches for my husband and my kids, because these next 2 weeks, you know, they're a lot tougher. And instead of doing like 2 to 3 hours of exercise total, because a lot of it, sometimes it takes me a lot longer to get through things if I'm having to do a workout at home. Then it kind of gets broken up, or at the gym, like, because it's not just going at the gym, it's traveling to the gym, getting changed in the gym, you know, it takes up quite a bit of time, getting kids ready to do something. If we're going to go on a walk, like, going on a walk is just, I don't know, it feels like more, when I'm doing a walk over when I go to do, a playground and I'm kind of just chilling out on a bench. You know, actually getting the kids to go on a walk. It's just more. But let's go ahead and get this video going. Let's get cooking in the kitchen. I don't know what that arm motion was, but funny story. I got some baking soda here that I've been using for brushing my teeth. With the sheer amount of tea and coffee I've been drinking, I started, at first I was like, oh my gosh, my teeth are rotting away. And then I was like kind of picking, and it looked like it came off a little bit. And well, I mean, I'm due for my next dental cleaning, but I don't know, like, I brush my teeth a couple times a day. It's just the bottom. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all the gum. I don't know if it's the gum, the diet sodas, you know, like things that are very acidic. Or whatever. I mean, my teeth are probably vulnerable, but, it's like the buildup, you know, that the dentists actually clean up. Baking soda, I used to do it, and now I'm going to. It's like I got 2 weeks to make them look a little bit better before show day, especially because of just herbal teas and decaf black coffee. Total tooth stainers. Not my homemaking channel, but it can be cleaned. Actually, the reason I'm showing you this is because I got this for a robe. I want to put it on my robe. Now, my husband got me a different robe to wear, but after, I never watched the substance on its own. I watched like people's reactions to it, and I love the phoenix. This is a dragon, it is not the phoenix. Because I feel like the substance, you could apply a lot of that to bodybuilding with like the steroids and eating issues and everything, like stealing from yourself now, or stealing from your future self to really push hard at these shows and everything now, chasing pro cards and the O. So I don't know, it seems symbolic, but I also thought that Phoenix on the robe is fire, and maybe on my other channel I will end up making a robe or something, like the actual floor length one, but that's not for this one. Okay, so we've got water getting ready for potatoes, the sandwiches getting put together, potatoes, working on them. The sandwiches are all done, just got to put them in the freezer. Now the potatoes are really kicking and the ground beef is beefing. I am freezing. Also, when I went to Aldi to get stuff, they didn't have bananas, so I need bananas. Need those, and it's okay to buy bulk, because what I do is I can measure the bananas out and freeze them, and then when they're frozen the way they need to be, now I know how much I have. I do have blueberries and I froze those, so I put 1 pack into the fridge. And then as far as the ground beef and everything goes, we're good there. Yeah, just trying to plan ahead. So I do need to get bananas. I think there was something else, but I'm worrying about potatoes, rice, ground beef, and there's one more on my list, but because I have the camera out now, I forget. Asparagus. So I'm gonna steam the asparagus after this. I do need to start my kids' bedtime routine, so asparagus might be after they're in bed, but yeah, that's what's left. And then obviously for things like protein shakes and stuff, I don't need to meal prep that. To toast a half an English muffin, or to do the oatmeal, like I'm not pre-measuring the oatmeal and the English muffins out. The only thing I'm bummed about is I did not get to the waffles, but I just figured, you know what, I will just make waffles fresh tomorrow morning, waffles and protein muffins. I'll do the waffles tomorrow morning and then just make it like a giant batch, like I think 4x or whatever. And after that, ooh, well, I guess it also depends how much room is in the freezer after I do this stuff. So 10 total containers can go in the fridge before the rest need to go in the freezer. You know, like quality control. And I have like 24 breakfast sandwiches in the freezer, so I do that. It's like 14 weeks, and then post show, like if I want some, or if he has more than one, or my middle child also likes egg sandwiches, like it's good for that. We are settled with the egg sandwiches. I don't have to make any more, because after the show they don't have to like be in the freezer unless I want to free up time for like a staycation kind of thing. Yeah, I guess however many waffles I do is going to be dependent on however much space I have in the freezer. Of course, I could still have some waffles that are in the fridge for like another 2 or 3 days. And then that would just buy me time to do more as the freezer kind of got used up again. So maybe that's all. I'll do some like waffles, put them in the fridge, and then make the freezer batch after the fridge batch is used. Oh, low-key, like, hold on. This is what I get for being, what, a Gen Z parent. I'm like the oldest Gen Z. Call me Gen Z Gma. Okay. It is late at night. It's 10:33 and I'm exhausted. So I got all my food basically prepared until the 30th. And I still need to cook up more turkey. Cause I didn't have chicken, I had turkey. That'll work. I think chicken and turkey are similar enough. I don't like the way the turkey tastes, but lock in, get it done. Lock in, get it done, right? I have a lot I have to do tomorrow. Appointments for kids, which I hate. But want to do another batch of cookies for kids to cut out with the neighbor's kid, and have them decorate it. Also, like, I still have some stuff that I need to get. I think I was saying that earlier. I have some stuff that I still need to get from the grocery store, like bananas. I don't have any bananas, so I need bananas. I really want to stick to this. And yeah, so I was getting kids in bed and stuff, and then cooking, and then I was like texting a bodybuilding friend that I made,
and another bikini competitor, and I did not, I just didn't film. And then I was just chilling. I was like, I really should probably at least finish the video. So I didn't really show you a whole lot. My fridge is filled. Tomorrow I will take more videos and do an update then. So just chilling, just hanging, just trying to be consistent again. I'm very excited. My coach is very proud of me. So I did that video, and I woke up so flat this morning, and the reason I did the video, I did the short, the YouTube short, was because I was like, when I went to the gym and I did my cardio, I felt good enough to, because I don't do it fasted, I do eat something, because I feel like when I try to do it fasted and not just on my home treadmill, I feel like driving the car feels like I'm drunk driving, and that's obviously not good. So it's like, well, I'll eat something before doing that. It's like, let me just bust out some strength at the end, because I was feeling good. Like, the food was like starting to like digest, and I was feeling energized by the end of the cardio. So I did that. I busted out some weight. Somebody asked me if I was gaining weight back again. I'm like, flat, I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna be losing weight really soon. It's gonna be like half a pound to a pound a day for a bit. In the 117s. Well, I mean, I was like 118 today, but on average, if you average it out between 118 and 116, with multiple days being in the 117s, and I'm in the 117s. So I this was about where I was last time, so I think I will probably drop another like 2 pounds a week kind of deal. I mean, part of that is the glycogen and stuff, but yeah, I'm excited. I don't know where I was going. I think I trailed off. I'm gonna get my beauty sleep because tomorrow is a fresh day, and I remember somewhere in this video I said I was gonna show pictures side by side, and to do that I either need to go to bed now and wake up early and do that so that this is uploaded on time, or I need to do that now and spend the time doing that. I'm listening to music in my earbuds while I'm filming this. I think the mic will work. Well, I appreciate you making it this far. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You got any questions, whatever, comments, put them in the comment section. I read them all. And I look forward to hanging out with you in the next video tomorrow. Now we're back at the 7:20 a.m. as we count down to the Clash.